Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video today giving you guys a little bit in depth on how to get the games. I'm not going to be going over the way to download this, but I will tell you just a quick run through on how to do that rather than a full walkthrough. So basically you're going to want to go obviously to their website rpcs3, and you're going to want to download whatever corresponds to your system, and then you're going to want to use 7-zip, which you will also need for the rest of this video, so make sure you do have 7-zip downloaded. And you're going to want to use 7-zip to extract the file. And then I put the emulator into PS3 emulator just to make it simple so I can find it easy. And once you have it downloaded, it should look like this. And if you have any questions, you can always go to Quick Start and it'll walk you through it a little bit on how to do it. But what I'm doing today is actually going to answer some questions and show you guys how to actually get these games, because when you go and you can download them anywhere. But the problem I almost guarantee you're gonna have when you try and boot up the game, it's gonna say invalid path, no license key, improper file, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show you the two websites and the two methods that are not the two websites, but the two methods that make this really easy and convenient. The second method, it's a little bit of a process, so I will be going through the first one first. So we'll just do something. Let's find a game we can download that doesn't look like total ass. Let's do Attack on Titan. So what you need for these games to run properly, you need your RAP file and you need your PKG. So for this one, it should be pretty simple. You got Attack on Titan, so we're going to download the PKG, download the RAP, and these are going to pop up here. And where's the PKG? Download. Sorry guys, I just wanted to walk you through this. I'm just trying to get this working. Okay, let's check it out. Oops. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, one second. Let me just try a different game. This one seems to be funking out a little bit. We need both the files in order to make this work properly. It's super important, actually. You have to have them if you want it to work. Let's just, we're looking for PS3. PS3 games. Sorry, guys. Open in Vita, open in PS3. Here we go. So you're gonna want to download the PKG. Oh, it's blocking my download. Okay, there we go. Allow. I don't know why it was blocking my downloads. It's kind of weird. So let's try this one more time here. So download PKG, download RAP. There we go. And so you're gonna get an error right here almost every time, and you just want to do keep, and then just do keep, and then that's gonna download really quick. And so what you're gonna do at this point, this is the fastest method, by the way. And then you want to open up your emulator. Make sure you download both of these too. You need the RAP and you need the PKG. And so as soon as that's finished, we will go ahead and do the rest of it. So we're just gonna give that, it should just be a couple more seconds. Come on now. It's almost done. It's finishing up. Let's go. Sorry guys. This is taking a second here. Why is it doing that? I love how these videos never work right when you're trying to get them to work right, you know? Like I did this 1,000 times now. Now, of course, when I'm making a video. There it is. Okay, so we're going to open our emulator. I'll drag that over here to the screen. You guys can see it. And then this is the really easy method. So you're going to go to File, Install RAPs, and then it's going to be in Downloads. And I like to create a file because it makes it very easy to keep track of it. So what I'll come up here, I'll actually exit this real quick. So if you don't make a file, you're going to have all these random PKGs and shit. So I think this one is called Surfer. So we'll just make a file for Surfer real quick. We can go ahead and exit that. Now you're going to come up here to File, Install Pack PKGs, and then open that. It just takes a second, so just install package, yes. Now you do need to do this with both of them, with both the files. So you're going to want to do this twice. And then you're going to come down, open that. And then that's done. It usually finishes pretty quick. And then what you should do, let's find it where we made it. We can just make a new one again, no big deal. Make a surfer. And then I like to drop these right into there. Otherwise, later on, you're going to have a bunch of fucking files there. So this is there. Right there. And so you're gonna get this. Actually, I haven't gotten this before. Whoa, and then it crashed. Okay. What the hell? There we go. I was wondering, that was just being weird for a second. I think it's because I just moved the file. But you're gonna get this screen. It's gonna compile all the shaders and the modules, and then it should just, we'll wait for it to load just so you guys can see that it does work. Like, this is an emulator, so you can't expect it to work perfectly. Like, stuff like just happened, you just saw it crash, and this stuff's gonna happen. But when it shows the screen, you can pretty much assume that it's gonna work. We'll wait just so you guys can verify that. The next method I'll be showing you guys is the fucking process, and it's gonna be the method that most people I think are gonna end up using, because the thing with the PKG files that I'm gonna explain right now is when you're downloading with the PKG files, these are the online versions of these games, and you won't actually be able to find every single game that you're wanting to play. So okay, you can see obviously this is working, so go ahead and exit out of that. So with this one, you can see that these all say disc, most of them anyway, right? When it says HDD on them, those are games that you get from technically the PlayStation Store. So I just wanted to let you know that any game that didn't actually get sold on the PS3 store will not be available in this method. This method isn't going to work for, like, if you're trying to get God of War 3, for instance. It is not available. And another thing that I want to go over, since we're on this emulator right here, the compatibility where it's orange, you can just assume these games won't work. So you can actually go and check the compatibility on the rpcs3 website. So check that out if you don't want to waste time doing that. But so that's the first method. Super simple, super easy, right? But this next one is pretty difficult. So I like to use ROMs are fun. That's the site I use. So we'll just go to Google. ROMs are fun. So I want Skate 3. That's one that I actually wanted to get, but they actually didn't have it available on the package for some reason. So exit that. Don't fucking click on these stupid pop-ups, alright? If it puts you in a second store, like a second page, exit it, okay? So here we are. So this is the USA version. You're gonna want the one that says size 4.63 gigabytes, right? So you're gonna want that one. You don't want the redump key, it's useless. So that's gonna pop up, and thank God for my ad blocker, it's blocking that. Now we're gonna download the file, and it'll put you right here. And so we got about 3 minutes before this will done. So in the meantime, I'll try to exit out of this. Oh, no, I won't. Continue downloading. So that'll be done in just a minute. Sorry guys, I know this is gonna be a long video, but I promise it'll be worth it, because I know so many people who are struggling to try and use this, and it did take me a bit. So now I will drop the link for this in the description below, and you're gonna actually need 3K, 3Y, and Patcher, and these are gonna be really, really important. Okay, so you're gonna need both these open. I have them pinned down here, so I'll just go ahead and open them, and they're both gonna look like this. And we actually have to wait for the game to be done downloading, and I will show you why. Because essentially you need to match the serial code with the IRD, which I will actually show you guys. So we're going to want to look up PS3 IRD database, right? You're going to want to go here. So we actually need to wait for it to finish downloading though. Gotta give this a second, but we can actually look up skate 3 for now. So there's actually only 2 files, so I could just, pick one and roll with it, but I want to show you guys how this actually works, because I think this is the part where most people get confused about this, because if you don't do this part correctly, you will still get the invalid error, and it won't work. It won't work at all. So this is just about done. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how this works. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and open the file. And obviously, when you do this, you're going to want to, this is the program I was telling you about, 7-zip. Make sure that's downloaded. And you're going to want to do extract to skate 3. Don't name this something else. Don't change the name. Extract it to skate 3. It needs this name in order to recognize it and to emulate it. So we're going to do that. We're going to wait for this to be done. This is a process. It takes a minute. Completed game. So okay, this is done now. So we can go ahead and close that. So I'll show you guys why this won't work. So you actually have to extract it one more time. This one should be much quicker though. Extract it. Okay, and so that's done. So we got the skate 3 file, right? And let's get our emulator open. And for this part, you don't need to do it the proper way. Just go ahead and drag it in. Okay, so skate 3, right? So we got BLUS3064, whatever. So that's not going to work, right? Booty failure, selected file or invalid file or corrupted. So that we knew that wasn't going to work. So what we're going to do now, we're going to come up here, okay? We need to make sure we match these. And this is why I do it this way, so I can actually find the serial number. You need that. So we need the BLU, so we know it's going to be this one. Okay, so that's now downloaded. Okay, so we can go ahead and exit out of that. We can delete this, and now we can actually get ready to start running this the way we need to. So what you're going to do now, you're going to go down to downloads, and let's go ahead and move this into skate 3. That is our IRD. So now we have this, and they need to be in the same file, because if they're not, then you won't be able to find it through the patcher. So make sure you do that, otherwise it's not going to pop up. So then we're going to go to ISO. ISO is always going to be this with this image on the paper. You're going to want to make sure you click on that. So we're going to do open, and then we're going to select the IRD. This is the IRD right here. So as you can see, it actually pops up. If we didn't put that in the same file, it would not pop up and you wouldn't be able to find it. So now we're going to do patch. It's done very quick. We can exit that. Now we're going to come over here. We got ISO crypto, right? So now that we've patched it and we fixed it, we can come over to skate 3. We can click on this and we can open it. And this is going to take a few minutes. Yeah, so it says 8 minutes remaining. Sorry, I know that this video is going to be really long, guys, but I think that it'll be worth the wait. So you can see right now that it's got 8 minutes remaining, but you can see that there's actually 2 of these now. It created a decrypted version, which is what you're going to need. So we'll let this continue doing its thing, and then I'll come back to you guys in a few minutes and we'll finish up and I'll show you how to do this. Alright guys, so it just finished, right? And we just saw, obviously it was successful. Ignore this, it says that whenever you open it. So obviously that was successful. And when you're done, you're going to get this decrypt file right here, okay? And you're going to actually extract that just this last time. And this could take a second as well. But it's usually a lot faster. Okay, yeah, so that is done. You can close that out. Sorry about that, got a little bit of a cold. So now you can actually, we'll keep these for just a second to make sure everything worked the way it should be. So earlier in the video when I told you guys that we needed to have our emulator in a file, it's going to make it easier. So here we are. So let's go ahead and open this. Oops. Then we'll go ahead and open downloads in a new window. Minimize that for a second. So you're going to want to go to the emulator like I had said. Open that up, and you're going to want to go to dev hdd0, and this is where you're going to drop all your games, and then you're going to want to go to disk. So you can see these are the games I've downloaded before. Now let's go to downloads, and this is the proper way to do it. You could just drop it in here, but I've had issues where that didn't work the way it was supposed to before, even when I properly did this. So this is going to be the best way. So you're going to want to take this, come into that file again, and we have the decrypted version this time. And you're going to want to drop that in. So copy that to the disk. Like I said, it's a process. This is not easy. And then we can refresh the page, and we should have Skate 3 right here, and it should be working just fine now. Just give that a second. There we go. So that is the second method. It's a pain in the ass. It's a lot, man. It is a lot. But that's how you do it. And so when you're doing this, make sure you don't forget to match the serial. So that's why I did that first, dropping it in there even though I knew it wasn't going to work. That way I can get that serial number. Because if you look up other games, there's sometimes a lot of variations of other games. And sometimes you'll see like 20 files. Like for God of War 3, I'm pretty sure I saw like 10 files in there for the IRD. And I had tried this method before thinking it didn't work, because I didn't know I had to match those serial numbers. So that's very important, so make sure you just do that. But this should be your surefire method. This is your PKG method is the first one, and this is your regular download method. Now the download method is going to have everything. You're going to have every single game that's ever come to the PS3 for the most part, unless it only came to the online, in which case it would be better to do it through a PKG. You can also use the PKGs to download add-ons for these games. So if, say, there was an add-on for Skate 3, you could use the PKG method I showed you. You could go look it up on the No Pay Station website, or there's others too. Just look up PKG and RAP file PS3 installation, or PS3 ROM installation, and you should find it. But you can actually use that method to download add-ons that are for games. So you would do the same process I would show you before with the PKG. You would go in, you'd find the PKG, you download that and the RAP file, and then you would do the install packages from the PS3 emulator. And that is actually just going to put it right there for you. And once you download those, it'll actually just put it with your game, and you don't have to do much more than that. But yeah, so this is the surefire method. If this doesn't work, then honestly, you'll probably never get it working. It took me a couple days to figure out how to do this properly, but this is how you do it. I will put the link below for the ISO patcher and for the 3Y3K, and it should have everything you need. You'll need to extract the file the same way we've extracted these. So you'll extract the file, and then you'll go in there and you'll see patcher, and then you'll see 3K3Y, and just click on those in the files, and those will open. And I like to pin them to the bottom of my taskbar, and that makes it easier. But yeah, I really hope this video helped you guys. I usually don't make videos, but I spent days trying to figure out how to get this to work properly, and no videos would show. So hopefully this will do the trick, and hopefully you guys will be running on an emulator soon enough. So if you guys liked the video, give it a like or not. I don't fucking care, but hopefully this helped you guys. Anyway, have a good day and enjoy your games.